Look, dealing with harassment is just an awful, isolating experience, and it gets so much harder when you finally decide to get help, but it feels like you're just hitting a brick wall. Today, we're going to break down exactly what to do when the very system that's supposed to protect you seems like it can't.
So what happens when you're being harassed? It's a total nightmare, right? And what if the police won't help you? If that sounds even remotely familiar, you need to stick around. We are going to walk through why this happens and, way more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. There is this huge, huge gap between what the law says about harassment and the reality of actually getting help when you report it. And this is what's so frustrating. See, in the eyes of the law, harassment is harassment, period. Doesn't matter if it's online or offline. But in the real world, they are treated so differently. Online cases are just way more difficult to investigate, and to be honest, a lot of police departments just don't have the specific training to deal with them effectively. So why? Why is there this huge gap? And, it's not always because individual officers don't want to help. It really comes down to these big, systemic challenges they run into when harassment goes from the physical world into the digital one. I mean, just think about what the police are up against here. These digital investigations take an insane amount of time. Harassers, they use things like VPNs to basically disappear online, which makes them incredibly hard to trace. And what if the police need data from a social media company that's based overseas? Well, they can get stuck in international red tape for months. It's a really complex, really expensive process that a lot of forces just aren't set up for. You might hear them say, oh, that's a civil matter. And man, that can feel like they're just shutting the door in your face. But listen, it is not the end of the road. In fact, this is our turning point. This is where we go from understanding the problem to actually solving it. You are not powerless. Here's how you start to fight back. All right, this is where you start taking back control. The single most powerful thing you can do right now is to build a rock-solid, undeniable file of evidence. This is your foundation for everything that comes next.
You've got to be really meticulous about this. I'm talking screenshot everything. Every message, every post, every profile. Write down the exact dates and times for every single incident. And this is crucial. Do not delete the original messages. Then, print it all out. Put it in a physical folder. Trust me, a tangible file that you can actually hand to someone is a lot harder to ignore than an email. Okay, so you've built your file. Now what? The next step is all about how you present it in a way that forces people to actually take action. First things first, forget those online reporting forms. Seriously, don't even bother. They often go into a black hole. You need to go to a police station in person. It just creates a sense of urgency and makes your case that much harder to just dismiss. And you have to remember, what you're experiencing, online harassment, it's a criminal offense. It is. It's covered under the Protection from Harassment Act. So you have a legal right to file a complaint. You want to be polite, of course, but you also need to be firm. So what if they still try to brush you off? This is where you have to be persistent. Don't take no for an answer. Politely, but firmly, insist that this is a criminal matter. If they send you away, come back another time. And here's a really powerful move. Leave your physical evidence file right there at the front desk. You tell them, here is the file, I'm leaving it with you. By law, they have to log it, and that forces them to start a process. But what if that's still not enough? You can do everything right, follow every step, have this perfect file, and still get nowhere. When the system itself becomes the barrier, well, then it's time to bring in someone who can work outside of it. And that brings us to the ultimate solution, calling in a specialist. There are lawyers out there who do one thing. They focus on harassment. They have the tools, they have the knowledge, and they have the dedication to get results precisely where law enforcement can't. And it's really as simple as this. These specialist lawyers can get things done where others just can't. The police are often tied up by resources and red tape, but specialist lawyers, they can go after different legal options, like civil action and specific court orders, to get you the results you need. So a firm like Cohen solicitors, for example, they have tools that the police just don't. They can legally force tech companies to hand over user info. They have the expertise to track down anonymous harassers. And once they do, they can either give a complete evidence package to the police ready to go, or they can pursue a civil case to stop the harassment directly. They basically bypass the exact roadblocks that stop police investigations in their tracks. So really, the biggest thing to take away from all this is don't give up hope. If you or someone you know is going through this and you're just hitting a wall, the right help is out there. The source material for this explainer really highlights the work of these specialist firms, and they specifically recommend Cohen solicitors as a great place to turn. All right, I really hope this gives you a clear path forward if you're ever in this terrible situation. If you found this information helpful, please do me a favor and give this a like and subscribe for more explainers like this one. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching.